life. Oh, that I might live a little longer. There were still so many plans that I had made, and there were still so many things that I haven't yet completed. But here we see the crux. Not having his life taken away from him prematurely. No man can united on me at the ground. I have power to lay it down, and I have power to take it up.
Who wants to
Shake my head in the sink. I left the water running. I watched my hair block the drain, and on the bathroom's flooded ground. Don't know work for myself. I long for rent that's coming. I understood what it meant to need to kill and reset. A stranger standing reflected with my old image blending inside the mirror. shot. Loser inside of the crowd. Been brought back. Just having to carry it out. The last man. Ready to go back. Well, now, bring it all back.
To return to this beautiful city after a long absence. To be here with all of you, it means a lot. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for taking time out of your week to spend with us. Thanks for taking care of each other. Thanks for making us feel at home. We're a long ways from it. The song's called Scenes from Highways.
I like to cartridge some. Your uncomfortable pose and profile, the postures of long drives, and the suffering of forgotten sacrifice. And you lean much harder than you need when you go hard. Talking traffic in cracks and crap. Every gesture you require of a drive like this night. When you find out you just head out of town, I let the wheel go over center line. Then I push with the time through the story. Passenger seat, so it's the reason we can quickly want to live. Careful, you go. Come and play the game. Those moments, the spaces on earth. No set, we're so thankful for. Now you should have, you want to go on your walls. All those places that you're going to. You've got children of your own. Your whole family's coming over. It's a birthday party. When they pull up in the driveway, you're standing on the porch. When your grannies see you waving, they come running. Welcome to the end. It's me, your birthday party. See how difficult it is just existing to survive. There's beauty and there's English tape. That was slated song. What a miracle it is we get to be alive. You bring it on, sitting now. I'm fucking complicated thing. Join everything in between. Universal brain over all. We're not how we die. It's a struggle and we stumble. That's how we keep it. That's life. The love of we're alive. And the beauty we can find to make it through. That's life. We give purpose to what's left before we die. And we die because it's life. We fall short of time. Well, the clock keeps ticking on our word behind us. Absence never leaves us no time. It's just life. It's just life. It's a love song. You're in the living room. You on a Tuesday afternoon with brains. Sitting when the curtains move. You by the window with both feet up on the couch where you sit and you read and you're watching. From the office, the sunlight frames your silhouette. I think of lighting fireworks. I think of pirouettes. I only write down observations on a scene like do the blueprints and those alone. We make them on our own, we hardly live in there. You with a book propped on your knees, breeze, seeing your coffee steam. I'm in the office thinking back to rules of poetry like it's 14 lines, the last two rhyme. What does pentameter mean? You're in the living room, like spectac 45 degrees. I write A, B, and try to find your right scheme. I look for objects on the desk with which to sculpt your image best. Well, would I name this? Could I paint it? Woman reading, girl at rest. I remember it so well, watching, shifting away, turning the page, trying to see you older. Instead of living, we're only on it, but never going. A road name alone. I pause where I am for a second when I hear your name. Sometimes I think I see your face in improbable places. Do those moments replay for you? When I'm suddenly there and then walk away. When you're sitting in the living room waiting for the afternoon. Till you put your book down, looking, trying to find me there. Sometimes I think of all the people who lived here before us. Out of spaces and the memories you mentioned. The room from just blueprints to the place where you live. When you leave here, when you close the door, this is all that you want. But some memories that go far in the living room. Turn the heartbeat, the switches below that we found. And they won't stay on the couch with the drug and beside it. To try to move it around. I can't tell what the difference is between the ones that we made and the ones that we didn't make. They all come to interesting when you sit and you read in the sunlight on where that I want. I live alone now, save for the echoes. I live alone now, save for the echoes.
party.
Poured out as the shots drown into siren sounds of their houses now and their front yards. All the way up to the place where the police take brands and mark the crime scene. Everybody trying to catch a glimpse of what was happening, of what was going on between the ambulance and all the cop cars. Everybody was singing, whose kid got hit when it hit him and who caught fire. Everybody wondering, how did it happen again? And is he dead? These children are dead. Everybody wants me. baby too. He was safe for a while until somebody saw him there. And notified the authorities who surrounded the hotel. Just arrested an accomplice while attempting to flee. Chasing him up the staircase, and then nowhere to stay. Was the door unlocked? Locked himself in the room. Kicked in the door, but the gun was still with the money already used. And so they fear what he do. The room to the west, over out to the hole, trying to listen in. Trying to listen in, to open the door. Begging the glass collapsed to the floor. The holding forgiveness, and there is always a chance. Where do why would you take me? Make your peace with the world. Enter the room. The burning of murder is shook the answer is home. When the war was collapsing, then we had to spin. Can I still get into heaven if I kill myself? Can I still get into heaven if I kill myself? Can I ever be forgiven cause I killed that kid? It was an accident, I swear it wasn't meant for him. And if I turn it on me, if I even it out, can I still get it? Or will they send me to hell? Can I still get into heaven if I kill myself? Put the hotel behind, don't wanna know how it ends.
Thanks, everybody.
God damn.
Adequately hydrated, I hope. It's hot in here. Look out for your neighbor. Make a friend tonight. It's not a requirement, but a strong suggestion. I think everybody can use a larger chosen family. You know? We grew ours this tour in a really excellent way. We're getting to the home stretch of a month on the road, and once you get to the last week, I think you start to get these conflicting emotions. It's a bittersweet thing to begin to look forward to returning to your loved ones, your family, the familiarities of home, but at the same time the dread you feel knowing you're gonna have to take a break from doing this and from being around friends that you've made across the world. Everyone give it up for our friends and Fine and Versus Self for doing this tour with us. Two fucking amazing bands. Please check them out. This one's called Panorama. It's for them.
door, burst in clouds, split suddenly open to the sky. All colors at once, and a stone struck me love and terror both. As if before stood temples ancient and terrifying, the light refracting truth to see death and life in all things. We got friends, and family, and prestige. Gotten better, even then I wasn't sure it was the truth. He called to
fish is calm, the prophet's stumbling on the path. A flash of light, alive and night arrives. A voice from out of time proclaims, Saul on the road to Damascus, had a vision of the brightness struck him blind. And so he changed his name. Mine was no man, I was nothing, going nowhere, I was gone. I was naked, I was faking barely. I was breaking out white, I was lost, I was hopeless for no reason. Saying a prayer, blessing, Holy Spirit, Holy, calling, forcing me to shame. Am I right to capture? I'm trying to fix it right. Flash of light, change my soul. I had visions in the city every day. Despite all what I saw, my sight remained. And us the blood, a beating heart, a beating heart, a tongue of flames, a light above, a voice of God, a smoking gun, a beating heart, 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 a beaten dog, the snarling teeth, the face of God, a light above, beating heart, and us the blood, and all of us, a beating heart. One moment while I drink some water.
Nej, jeg venter. Nej.
This is really great. We're been a band for longer than I care to admit out loud. It dates us all, makes me feel older than I think I'd like to be, although it's genuinely pretty great getting older in some ways, in a lot of ways. But my body recovers slower than it used to from flailing around for an hour and a half, but I'm seeing some nods in the crowd from fellow old heads. But we feel enormously privileged that the circumstances of our life allowed for us to do this at all, let alone do it for as long as we have. It really means a lot. We feel very grateful to all of you and the people in our lives that have kept this ship afloat for so long. All of us here share a similar origin story, as I would suspect you all in the crowd do, in that you found music at a time when you were looking for something that offered more to your life than the everyday did when you were young and feeling a sense of urgency. You heard something, a song, a band that made you think differently, that gave you a place to belong, and that's how we decided at a young age to fuck around and try to write music. And but the thing I think that kept us doing it is that we genuinely did find a home in it, a community. And while it is clearly in a lot of ways like anything else imperfect, I think it holds a lot of value in that it provides us all an opportunity to have somewhere to be and to belong, and a community that looks after us, that places a degree of importance on kindness and on love and on growth and on intellectualism and on expression. And I think those are incredibly important things for all of us, and increasingly so as the world outside seems to get more and more hostile by the day, particularly to those already marginalized in our communities. And I think as such, it becomes incumbent on all of us to take care of these places and to continue to put what we're able to put into this community to make it stronger, to make it better, to take care of the vulnerable, to look after the trans and queer people here who are burdened with a bravery they should not by merely existing in a world that wants to characterize them as wrong, or to use them as a device to divide people, to keep them in power. And I think for all of us on stage, it can feel, and I'm sure this is relatable to everyone, it can get hard to find a place out of the despair of contemporary life, and to find reasons, tangible reasons to believe in the possibility of a better world. And traveling and seeing versions of it everywhere we go gives us all hope that if we are able to put our heads and our hearts and our hands together, that the world, even if it gets worse in the short term, will get better in the long term. And we can see a world where people are free to be who they are without the threat of violence, and we can live to see a free Palestine and a free Ukraine. And that neighbor to neighbor, block to block, we can take care of each other, and we can make the world a little bit brighter when it's I think darker than it has been, at least in my lifetime right now. So thank you for being here, for taking care of the people around you. And I say this to myself and to my bandmates as much as I do to you. Find a way to hold on to it, not just here, but when you go home and you go to your jobs and you go to your families and you walk down the street, look after the vulnerable, get involved in mutual aid, send money when you can to people who need it, feed the hungry, shelter your cows, punch a fucking Nazi. Thank you for giving us a reason to feel encouraged, and we're going to play some more songs. This is for you, it's called A Letter. Free Palestine.
Det här förväntar jag mig. Det här ska jag vilja erkänna. Fuck yeah.
Everybody wants a reason for everything. It's so much easier with someone or something to blame. I've always struggled at the root of the problem. Has it been absence or my constant lack of defense? I've never spent a lot on finding a remedy. I guess I figured that it hurt for a reason, I guess. That's why I've always turned to writing it down. Not just in stories, but the letters in between. And I guess that's why it haunts the pages of everything. To self-examine, I think the thing is that I shut off from everything. From friends and family and my own ambitions. From having fun, I just shut off from everything. Self-defeating, yeah, probably, but I don't know that I had total control over it. I'm not sure it even matters. Why? You can't do anything. So the only one who deals with it anyway. So if everyone can do me a favor, just put their fingers down after you give up. Sorry, I know I seem angry about my just know I think it's too late. I will deal with it accordingly in time. This will be never a part of it. You pointed out my problems sometimes. Why did I know better? I know I should be fucking the other way. Know that I should be not thinking something. Forgetting that will really make sense to me.
Fan, jag är inte främst på den här låten.
So I had to. Do I feel embarrassed about it? You know the answer to that. I think you probably feel a little bit embarrassed for me. Would you? I know I should have moved on ages ago. Been happy already, but never been that easy for me. Maybe it was me that made it so hard. I know if only ever try a handful of time to sever this thing torturing me. Never got me anywhere with anyone. No friendship or hobby, no never bed work. Looking back, I maybe never tried hard enough, and it's my fault. Maybe I never tried at all.
Nej, det är inte. Det är sant. Det är väldigt sant. Jag följde dig på penseln. Jag följde dig.
Songs off of Split 7. Maybe I just think about it all so much. And the fear stays close to all the ghosts I touch. Makes me question, was it love or just lust? Painted butter all rush. I don't know. Don't we remember all the moments we remember the best? Framed in poems and in pictures. Another new song.
Den är oväntat, ska jag bjuda. Den är också ganska oväntat, ska jag bjuda. Detta är sen. Jag är jävligt glad om
Sacrifice still breathes. Dishes in the sink, a garden overgrown and weeds. Everything you need now, anything to keep you. Everything to keep you standing in the door. Roll down every window, paint till we've grown. Have my summer heat, stabbing with your please come back, sweetheart, please, I need this. Please don't leave. You said you're mine, you said it's all fine, said it's my fault. I believed it every time you said. Take the time to learn, put the extra work in first. Promises you made, change how you behave. Everything you said first. All the things you did went backwards, planting seeds there, never acted. Once they grew, now they grow downward in the dirt and doomed. What else is there to say than last night when I slept, I dreamt about a room, standing in the light, and everyone was there but you. Honestly, I love you, but it felt so good. Everyone was laughing, everyone in this bathroom. Everyone we know, not a single one remembers you. Anytime before you bruised up your family too. Everyone you love forgot or never met you. I dreamt about it too. Walking down the hall, came upon a door, opened to a room where you and all my friends were standing in the light. Tried to get inside, I fumbled with the key and turned. Swung in circles through the glass. I saw their faces back in laughter, and it rattled in my head. I woke up in the bed, thought you must have been in the flight. And you're getting up to me, standing at the door, staring at the tree, water underneath the floor. I thought I was all caught on by my single beat, knew about it being lost because you said that it didn't scream at the door. Garden full of weeds, things like in the sink, filled without a breeze, just suffocating in the balcony. Roll backwards, move right now, upside down and inside out. This song's called Andrea.
Used to cross my mind from time to time, and I mostly smile. Still so set in finding out where we went wrong and why. So So I retrace our every step with an unsure head. Try to figure out what my head thinks, but my head ain't what it used to be.
What's the fucking point?
I remember you were sitting on the stairs of the balcony to see if you could see me quietly away. I remember listening to your fingers, the smoking currents of my own. Not a mistake. You held my hand, but you were too afraid to speak. You were too afraid to speak, and I could never understand. I remember you completely critiquing me. Not a single voice I heard felt me trembling apart.
Fan, jag är ingen fan från André alltså. Det var the lowest bet.
Perfect time for me to lose something.
Ja, det
So we'd the beginning of this tour done the thing where we play a song at the end of the show, and then we leave, and we go hide over there in the darkness, and act like we're gonna be done because we're, I don't know, because we're tired or like we're out of time or something. And what we would do, this is the secret, this is a big this is a big trade secret, is we would hope that you would out here have had a good enough time that you would ask us to come back on stage and play another song. And that's called an encore, which I'm sure you know. That's not like, you know, everybody knows that. And then that was really fucking kind of awkward, so we stopped that, and instead I just do this stupid speech, and then we play another song, or two, and that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna not get off stage, and this is gonna be our encore. We're gonna play a couple more songs. Soon. I promise, because we haven't made the trip up to Denmark nearly enough. I think this is maybe only the third time we've played here. We played a festival, we played a school upon a time. But yeah, second proper show ever in Denmark. And we've been a band for a long time. It's fucking egregious. So we'll come back. We'll come back soon.
There's a car on the road, cutting blackness into half where it goes. Can you see? Through the forest headlights, tunnel alone. See the shoulders, see the ash in the trees. See no sleepless creature standing beside. No reflection from an eye thrown back. There's no night here less nocturnal than this, or more black. Just the car along the slope of the road. And the camera above, all watching over, followed behind it, downward with love. Where the low beams reach and then die. Nothing beyond it, no sense of the direction it leads, or of the bends the roads will take on the way, and every road bends. No matter what, you can see us when the camera moves in, you and I in the back, where I'm leaning over trying to see, past the headrest of whoever's in front of me. I can see an overpass approaching the night. Can't read the words or where the arrows direct, but I can see the headlights bright and the sign underneath. And in the mirror I might finally see. I wait there for the glow to reflect, for the light to connect, with the rear view passing under the bridge. And in the moment find you sleeping on my shoulder again. You're so peaceful I forget the fear that I felt, the dark up ahead, the things we don't know about who is or isn't driving the car, and the direction we all go, and the threat of a bend, because there's always a bend in the road, and the light in ash will fade, the night will soon enfold us, let it enfold us. As we grow onward, even time itself grows old, and we do too. We only grow forward, let's just do it slower. Let's add to the sum of the world as we
so much. This is going to be our last song. One more time for our friends in Pine and our friends in Versus Soul. This song's about, I don't know, it's long, it's about a lot of stuff. It's called Environmental Catastrophe Song. Just kidding. This is environmental catastrophe film. It's all of it. Cut the corner to the breaking trees, heading where the lights sinks into the dark. Take the hidden path that leads to the creek, and the embankment where it's someday to sleep. You can see it when the light bleeds back ahead. We're approaching with your knees bent down, keep close to the slope, crouch low under the cover of reeds. You sneak in, reach your hand behind, try to grab on its tail, hold it up in the air high, feeling it run, feeling it hang, trying to twist from your hand, clenched tight the fist. As he's trying to swim, swiping his claws to the ground, but finding nothing underneath he can reach, to break free into the water below. Close, household, says birth. Barely pushing throughout it all. The only history you really knew about. Not an hour just swimming out even named in the creek. Or how my name is a tongue beneath. Every street in the neighborhood. But once you tend to get to the woods, you get their names out when they came to men. Always bad men. Free languages left. Last vestiges above intersect. To the river where the creek went. And 2 centuries back. They came prophecy to settle the land. Took for a rapid sound, the dams put down to float timber and factories on the banks of the Grand to build homes. Before they made furniture, and others came to live and worship started in church. To raise families and their families started ones of their own. And you follow in reverse where it goes, backwards home. Where you stand, you wanna be alone. What would happen if you fell down slow? Would your body wash out? Would you carry all the weight of the nation? And if it did, the voice inside, feeling with the calculator in mind. Kitchen with your wife and your kids, eating dinner with your body can see it again. Sitting with your family in church, would it matter anyway? Copenhagen. Seriously, it's been amazing. We'll see you soon, okay? Take care.
Thank you.